Salford's final pre-season friendly of the summer 2025, and we join us at Peninsula Stadium for a bit of a local derby to close things off for July. Salford welcome our near neighbours Stockport County, and for Carl Robinson's side, obviously the final pre-season game, this one next Saturday, back here at the Peninsula Stadium for that opening match in Sky Bet League 2, Salford against Crewe. 3 o'clock kickoff next Saturday, but before then we've got the small matter of this closing pre-season friendly here for Stockport County. This is the first part of a double header for them. They're taking on Hull City tomorrow at Edgeley Park, so Dave Challoner for this game here in Salford has named a mixed bag of players, some experience, some youngsters and some trialists as well. But for Carl Robinson's side, lining up today with Young in goal, that's Matty Young returning to the Amis this week. In front of him will be Edwards, Aluwo and Garbett in midfield, Minoga on the right hand side, new signing Harris on the left, and in central midfield Grant, Ashley and Woodburn, and up top will be Bird, supported by Cisse. And we're off and running here for this final pre-season friendly of the summer, and Salford attacking left to right in this opening 45 minutes. And here is Matty Young on the ball, returning for his second spell here at the Amis, on loan from Sunderland once again, a season-long loan. Caught up with him this week, an interview you can watch on the club website, of course. It's great to have him back. And he starts this evening in goal, but another new signing, the third signing this week, if you count Mark Howard, substitute goalkeeper. Kadeem Harris over on the left-hand side tonight. He starts making a run there, but not picked out by the Salford midfield, who decided to keep possession. And here's Tom Edwards on the ball now, looking for Harris, but that's headed clear, picked up by Ashley in midfield, who plays the ball back. I'll read you the Stockport County team in a second or two when I've got a breaking play here, but here on the attack is Andresen out to the right hand side. Grant is over there to try and prevent the cross. Fiorini is offering an option there to Maxim. Out to the right hand touchline, the ball goes now for Stockport County. Ashley puts a challenge in, ball finds its way to Jay Bird. Bird now waiting for numbers to come forward for Salford. Bird to Minoga, just leaves the ball behind there slightly, and that allows one of Stockport's trialists to get the ball clear. Luwo can pick up possession now. Harris on the left hand side. There's Garbett to Grant, keeps the ball in play. Harris back to Garbett, back in the side tonight. Just had a little knock on Tuesday for the game against Blackpool, but back on the left hand side of defence tonight. Luke Garbett with the captain's armband again. Right, I've got a break of play, which means I can read you the Stockport County team. Ben Hinchcliffe in goal, Stockport County legend, of course. Fiorini, Wooten, trialist A, Moxon, Andresen, trialist B, Odin Bailey, big welcome back to him. He was on loan here at the Amis a few years ago. Trialist C, Grogan and Gardner. And obviously plenty of trialists tonight, and you'll have to bear with me when I go through the letters of the alphabet just to identify the trialists. I might just name them by their shirt number if that's all right with you at home. But here's Fiorini now on the ball, and the cross comes in there, and Young called into action. Good ball in there from Moxon. Garbett now bringing the ball out on the left hand side. Luwo to Edwards. Edwards, who's featured in, it feels like he's featured in every game. I might have that wrong, but it does feel like he's been a heavy part of pre-season. Tom Edwards on the right hand side of defence.
Obviously caught up with him after the Rylands game, didn't we, where I gave him man of the match after that entertaining match at Warrington Rylands a couple of Tuesdays ago. Did mention ahead of the Blackpool game that it feels like this closing week of pre-season it's ramping up a bit for Salford with Blackpool and now Stockport County to close things off. Long ball played forward there by Hinchcliffe, but the flick on, and Young had to deal with it because Andresen was nearby. Played by the Amis though. Trialist A there getting ahead on that, and picked up here by Gardner. Promising youngster for Stockport County, Jake Gardner, over on the right hand side for them tonight. Here's Woodburn now. Woodburn. Seems they're going to be able to get to that. Well, it takes a deflection off a Stockport County leg, so it's going to be a throw-in to Salford. Minoga to take this throw-in. Here's Woodburn. Back to Minoga. And out of play. Cisse starting up front once again tonight. This time supporting Jay Bird. He had a hat-trick of chances on Tuesday night against Blackpool. Can't say youngster, obviously, and playing slightly out of position, playing in that forward line, but adapted really well on Tuesday night. Just needed to take his chances a bit sooner. Hopefully he'll do that tonight. But here's Moxon on the attack, down the left-hand side, gets the better of two Salford players. Moxon still with the ball, opens up for a shot, takes a deflection, a cheeky back heel there, which Young was just about wise to, and the ball goes out of play for a corner. Well, first signs of trouble there for Salford. And we played 6 minutes. So, corner ball. Stockport County. So, corner ball. It's taken short, and a crossing opportunity here for Charlie C to swing in, and Salford just about deal with it, but that's not the best of clearances, and it's now back out to the left-hand side for Charlie 28 for Stockport, who are now playing across the midfield, out to Gardner now on the right-hand side. Gardner with Grant in front of him. Gardner keeps hold of it. Grant puts a challenge in, and Gardner gets the better of him, and at speed, keeping hold of the ball, out to the right hand side now, crossed into the box, and well, Bailey was there, but Salford defend. Possession back with the visitors though. Moxon. Marini. Here's Bailey. Bailey out to the left hand side to one of the Charlists. Cross comes in, watched all the way there by Matty Young. Here's Edwards now on the ball. Woodburn. Edwards down the line. Cisse timing his run well there. Well, I'll say that. That's my fault. I do apologise. But the offside flag goes up against Callum Cisse. Just wanted the ball slightly earlier there from Edwards. So, free kick for that offside. Ben Hinchcliffe to take this. As I mentioned earlier, a bit of a Stockport County legend. He's been at Ashley Park a while, been part of those promotions from National League North all the way to League One and almost the Championship last season. Hoping for he can go one better this time. Here's Garbutt then with this free kick. Played back to Young. Here's Edwards. Edwards now. Played long looking for Bird. Bird might get to this. Brings the ball down well. Bird then turns on his right foot. Shot was blocked there by trialist number 20. and out of play, but it is going to be a corner to Salford. First of the night from this side anyway. And it's going to be Luke Garbutt to take this, the Salford captain. Garbutt puts the ball down. Just Tom Edwards back on the halfway line from a Salford perspective. In comes the cross now, in towards the back post where Ashley was, but he was watched there by Andresen. It's going to be another corner though to Salford, this time over on the far side. Decent contingent of travelling Stockport fans who've made their way up here to Salford 7 tonight. And Ben Woodburn then with this corner over on the left-hand side for Salford City. One arm raised. In comes the cross now towards the back post area, and Aluro was there, as was Ashley. It was defended again, this time by trialist 28 for Stockport County. Garbutt again. Harris was looking for a short one, gets the ball from Garbutt. Here comes Harris now, making his way to the byline, trying to get the cross in there, but that was blocked by Farini. It's out of play. It's going to be another corner to Salford, who've had a series of corners now in quick succession. Taking shot again. Here's Harris. Harris played square to Grant. Grant takes the touch, then goes for goal. Well charged down though by the trialist 28 for Stockport County. Here's Woodburn now from the left. He tries to cross that ball in. Andresen was there. Andresen was there again. Tracking back was Aluo, but Gardner gets possession. And now here comes Stockport on the attack, looking to play that ball here to Wooten. Wooten holds it up. Back to trialist 28 for Stockport County. Cross this ball in, but Aluo can control it and clear his lines. Into midfield, and County picking up possession again. Minogue's there. Move breaks down. Salford battling to win the ball back. It falls for Tom Edwards. Here's Minogue. Well, that pass was cut out there by Farini, and here comes Andresen. Challenge from behind there by Ashley. A good challenge. Salford's defence there can't pick out Bird. It's out of play for a throw-in to Stockport County. As I mentioned, part of a double-header for them, this pre-season game here at the Peninsula Stadium. Got a match tomorrow at Edgeley Park as well against Hull City, so Dave Challoner naming a team here, a mix of experience with youngsters and some trialists as well. But a strong team from a Salford perspective. Not far off, you'd imagine, the team that's going to start against Crewe next Saturday. Maybe a couple of changes. But here's a player who's featured for most of pre-season, Tom Edwards here, with this throw-in on the right-hand side of defence. Edwards on the halfway line with the throw. Down the line it goes towards Minogue, who heads it infield. But Moxon was there, and it's played back to Hinchcliffe. And cleared, Garbutt. Hinchcliffe now clears his lines. Well, a long ball play forward down the right-hand side, but there's Garbutt heading it clear. Only as far as Moxon, though. Farina loses out. Is Bird, he loses out, though. Pickpocketed from behind there. It's a good ball by Bailey to trialist 28, who can cross this ball in. Edwards was there though in his near post area. He's under pressure from Wooten, but the referee gives the free kick. Well, Matty Young returning to the Emmys for his second stint on loan, his second season on loan from Sunderland. rejoining this week, making a decent save early on in this game. Distribution there. Played forward, and the second ball with Grant, who tries to release Harris on that left-hand side, but Hinchcliffe was there to get to it first. Long ball play forward. They roll there, winning the head. There's Garbutt trying to release the ball quickly to this near side, but a bit too much on it, and out of play for a throw into Stockport County. Throw in taken. Bailey gets to it, plays the ball square to Farina. Down the right-hand side, looking for Gardner. Gardner brings the ball forward. Under pressure there, good pressure from Kadeem Harris, and the ball goes out of play for a goal kick to Salford. So we've played just approaching 15 minutes here at the Peninsula Stadium. 0-0 the score. Stockport County probably come the closest, but Salford have had moments of decent pressure in this opening 15 minutes. Mainly in the last 5 with those corners that they had around Stockport's penalty area, which Stockport County, to be fair to them, defended quite well. So 0-0. Long ball play forward, and George Grant offside there. Flag is up. Hinchcliffe with the free kick. Minoga. Tricky bounce. Here's Bailey now on the ball, but he loses out. Here comes Woodburn. Woodburn inside to Cisse. Back to Ashley. First time ball out to the left-hand side to Harris. Harris battling here with Gardner. Fouled. Free kick to Salford. Garbutt then to take this. Luo making his way forward, joining Bird and Cisse and Ashley on the edge of Stockport's penalty area. In comes the free kick now towards the back post where Minoga was, but it bounces over Minoga. And the trialist 28 who was back covering. So not much separating these two sides at the moment. Hinchcliffe then with this goal kick. Bit too much on that, out of play. Well, Edwards then just in front of the away dugout. Towards Cisse, that's headed clear there by the Charlie centre-back. Another clearance by the Trialist 20 there. Flicked on by Adrason. There's Trialist 28, infield to Bailey. Back to Hinchcliffe. Cisse pursuing this back pass. Hurry clearance straight to Grant. Good pressing from Salford. George Grant now with the ball for the Amis, waiting for support, gets it from Harris, crossed into Woodburn. Oh, that's surely handball. No, the referee's not giving it, but Woodburn carries on regardless. The shot hits the inside of the post. Cisse was there, but was in an offside position. However, you do have to go back to the Ben Woodburn effort earlier on. And, well, it was a great save from the centre-back, but from the defender. But I don't think there's any doubt about that being a penalty, was there? No, but looks handball to me. No question as well that Cisse was in an offside position. for the final bit where the ball ended up in the net, but very odd decision before then. I think it was either Charles 20 or Moxon who produced that great save, but unfortunately for the referee, they're both outfield players, so I'm not too sure why it wasn't on ball. But to be fair to the officials, I've been saying this a lot in pre-season, it's not just the players who are going through pre-season, it's also the officials, so maybe they're just warming up for the new campaign. Long ball played, that's a nice pass to find Cisse. Cisse can hold it up. Cisse now. Nice reverse pass there towards Harris, but Hinchcliffe gets to it first. Hinchcliffe with the ball play forward. And there's Grant to play it back. Young. Flicked on there by Bird, who did take a little blow to the forward there in doing that. Two trialist centre-backs for Stockport in the starting 11, playing alongside Grogan in the back three. Edwards then with this throw-in. Edwards can head it back, following Stockport's clearance. There's Bird, second ball picked up here by Woodburn, and Bird was a bit late there. A foul on the trialist 20. There's Wooten, played back to Moxon. Wooten back on the ball, loses out, and here's Grant, who turns and plays it back to Young. Here's Edwards, played in field, Luwo. Garbutt, and now Ashley in a bit of space in midfield, can distributes it out to this near side. Tom Edwards on the ball now, down the line. It's the right idea for Tom Edwards, but well read by the trialist 24. But Stockport give the ball away, and Bird tries to play it infield there to Woodburn, but it's cleared. Good control from the gaffer. Throw in to Salford, Edwards again to take. Here's Bird. Back to Edwards. Edwards again. Noga gets the ball back off Edwards. Good play between those two. Crosses blocked though. Edwards wins the header, but a no-nonsense clearance there by Drayson. Salford back with possession. Aluro to Edwards again. We've seen a lot of the ball. Cisse holds it up, but well, trialist 24 there, just clipping Cisse, and gets a free kick for Salford. Edwards to take this. We've played 23 minutes here at the Peninsula Stadium. 0-0 the score, but Salford having a goal disallowed, and in the same play, a penalty shout denied as well. Decent chance from Stockport County early doors as well, a cheeky back heel which Young saved, but other than that it remains goalless. Edwards tries to cross that ball in. Second ball, the ricochet finds its way to Garbutt. Grant now on the left hand side. George Grant drills it out to this near side to switch play to Minoga. Here's Harris, who's on this right hand flank. Harris trying to find an opening here for a cross, but can't beat those two players, and eventually it's cleared by trialist 28. Throw-in taken quickly. Woodburn out towards the left-hand side. Good control from Osama Ashley. Ashley crosses the ball in towards the back post area, but well tracked and well covered by County's trialist 28. Minoga there lurking on the back post. But it's going to be another corner to Salford, who've had a few in this opening half an hour or so. Gabbert crosses the ball in. That's a good ball in. Plenty of pace and purpose to that cross there towards Aluo. But well, Addy was looking for more than a goal kick. He wanted a corner, but the referee points for a goal kick. Hinchcliffe then with this goal kick for Stockport. Long ball. Flicked on well there, but covering was Haji Minoga. Harris did really well there. He was under pressure from Gardner and got something on it to get the ball forward. And Harris on the ball again. Lays it off to Ashley, who's under pressure here with 3 Stockport players around him. Manages to get the ball to Edwards. Here's Minoga. Infield to Cisse. Back to Minoga. Ashley. Ashley now makes his way into the centre circle and gets it to his skipper, Garbutt. Here's Grant. Grant looking for the runner, Woodburn. Woodburn gets to it, plays that ball off there towards Cisse. It was a remarkable layoff for Woodburn, if you meant that. But Stockport County back there to defend that and getting the ball clear, and they've got themselves a throw-in. Just a reminder, if you're joining us late, from a Stockport perspective, it's a mixed bag of experience and youngsters in this team and trialists. Hinchcliffe in goal, 2 trialists at the back alongside Grogan. Trialist on this left-hand side. In midfield, Bailey, Moxon and Fiorini. Gardner out on the right-hand side, and it's Andreasen supporting Wooten up front. And for Salford, Young in goal, Edwards, Aluo and Garbutt in the back line. Across the midfield, Minoga on the right flank. In central midfield, Grant, Woodburn and Ashley. Harris, the new signing, on the left. And Cisse supporting Bird up top. Hinchcliffe on the ball. Clears it. Here's Ashley now. Ashley and, well, Grant takes over. Ashley receives the ball and then tries to thread that ball through there towards Harris, but it was watched and Grogan gets to it. It's a heavy touch from Grogan, but he recovers well. And Farini can play the ball down the line. Garbutt gets to it. Left there by Ashley. Harris gets to it, but Farini there again. And well, it's going to be a throw into Salford after all that excitement over on the far side. Garbutt with the throw. Back to Aluo. There's Edwards. To Minoga. Minoga fouled there by trialist 28. Ashley takes the free kick quickly and releases Woodburn. Woodburn sprinted to keep this ball in play, but unfortunately, a bit of zip on that and rolls out of play for a goal kick. Well, just a reminder, this is the last pre-season game for Salford of the summer. Next week, next Saturday, it's back to league action. Crewe Alexandria visiting the Peninsula Stadium on Saturday next week, the 2nd of August, 3 o'clock kickoff. Tickets available now, salfordcityfc.co.uk. Hinchcliffe with the goal kick. Well, referee has penalised Stockport County there. It was Wooten battling for the ball. 2 Salford players round him. Referee says he was fouling at least one of them. Here's Garbutt now. Garbutt plays it down the left-hand side, and a couple of bounces back with Hinchliffe in the Stockport goal. So, 29 minutes played, 0-0 the score. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage. And just a reminder, as well as it being pre-season for the players and the officials, it's also my pre-season. So if I do get anything wrong, do bear with me. I'm warming up for next week. But here's Andresen now over on the right-hand side. Andresen under pressure from Aluwo, who defends, but it's going to be a throw-in to Stockport. Gardner's looking for options here. Moxon is making a move. Here is Moxon. Moxon being pressed back towards the halfway line. Manages to get the ball infield to Bailey. Farini now. Infield back to Moxon. Cleared though. Cisse looked like he was being his shirt pulled there, but nothing doing. Shot's going to come in here for Bailey. And a great save by Young down to his left. Well, Matty Young has made 2 decent saves in this opening half an hour. Early on, that back heel, which he saved at point blank range, but there, Bailey, good effort down to Matty Young's left hand side, but Young was down to palm the ball wide of the post. It is going to be a corner though to Stockport County. Half an hour played at the Peninsula Stadium. Their trial is 28 to take this over on the right hand side. In comes the cross now, lofted in towards the back post, and it was met by Wooten, and there down to his right was Young, spilt slightly, but scrambled clear by Salford City. Well, trialist 24, in fact, no, it's going to be trialist 28 to take this throw-in. It's the last game I'm commentating on this year that features trialists. It's been a long pre-season, but trialist 28 to take this throw-in. In comes the throw now, towards the edge of the 6-yard box. There was Ashley getting ahead on that, and cleared by Minoga following a layoff from Woodburn. Cisse, Bird here, battling for the ball. Cisse gets to it, gets it to Bird. Bird looking for runners. One of them is Woodburn, who nearly pokes that ball through to Harris, but Stockport were back. Hinchliffe, good goalkeeping. Good play from Tom Edwards, well brought down, cultured stuff. Woodburn, Minoga, Cisse, nice layoff there. Minoga barging his way through, keeps the move going. Cisse and Minoga's still there, the pair of them, 1-2 in all the way down that right hand side. Cross comes in, headed clear, only as far as Grant on the edge of the box. Shot takes the deflection, and Stockport will be able to get this ball out in their own time. Here's Bailey. Bailey, Salford not giving up the ball yet. Bailey being pressed back into his penalty area here. Good ball to find Moxon. Trialist 20 gets it out to Grogan. Grogan plays it back here to Hinchliffe, who gets the ball clear. Flicked on by Jason. And there's Wooten, but he's been fouled there by Aluwo, which the referee penalises. So free kick then, which Moxon is going to be taking. In fact, no, he leaves it for trialist 20. Played short, so Moxon back to trialist 20. Moxon again. Trialist 24. Down the line to Bailey. It's going to be a throw-in to Salford. Edwards, long throw down the right hand side towards Haji Minoga, but that's defended by Counter. Grogan will have to deal with this. Plays it back to Hinchliffe. Hinchliffe gets the ball clear, but hooks it slightly, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Salford. Tom Edwards takes it quickly. Luwo. Back to Young. Garbutt. Towards Bird. And here comes Grant, picking up possession. Grant on the left-hand side of the penalty area, along the byline, puts the ball on his right foot, goes for goal, but too many Stockport County players there in the way. The trajectory of that ball, and Stockport County can get the clearance done and dusted, and pile the pressure back on Salford. Here's Garbutt now being pursued. Garbutt, calm as you like, gets it to Edwards, who in turn gets it back to his goalkeeper, Matty Young, with a first-time clearance. It's a free header there. The trial is 20. A couple of bounces and that'll play. Well, we're approaching the last 10 minutes of this first half. 0-0, if you're joining us late. Both teams creating opportunities in this opening 35 minutes or so. Salford with a goal disallowed for offside, but Stockport have had a couple of good chances where they've almost got the better of Matty Young, but he's produced a couple of decent saves in this opening 35 minutes. But 0-0 the score. Garbutt plays the ball infield. Luwo to Edwards. Edwards on the diagonal there, looking towards Grant. Gardner's back, but the second ball with Cisse, who delivers it to Harris. Harris now making his way into the penalty area on the left-hand side. Gardner swings a challenge in, just about got the ball. Salford still with possession though. Here's Grant to Harris. Harris puts the ball on his right foot, crosses it in, but Hinchcliffe watching that all the way. Bird being manoeuvred there, out of the way by one of the Stockport centre-backs. Hinchcliffe got to it. However, here's Minoga back on the ball. Played square to Cisse. Call him Cisse. Back to Minoga. Woodburn. Minoga again. Just waits. Blocked by Bailey. Here's Edwards. To Gardner. Edwards. Minoga. Minoga. Good footwork and carted there slightly by Odin Bailey. Formerly of this parish, of course, he was on loan here a couple of years ago. Odin Bailey. It's going to be a free kick though to Salford. Tom Edwards to take this. 36 minutes played at the Peninsula Stadium. Tom Edwards with this free kick. A good delivery in there. It just was asking for someone to get ahead on that, but it beat everyone on that back post area. But Salford get the ball back. Here's Grant. Grant to Garbutt. Edwards. Minoga. Again, good skill from the right wing back to Woodburn. Sold a bit short though there. Was Ben Woodburn, and here comes Andreasen now for Stockport County, looking to launch a one-man counter-attack. He was looking for his centre-forward partner there in Wooten, but it was played behind him, and Salford can break out now down the left-hand side with Harris. Harris goes one way, then tried to go on his left, but he was watched by Gardner. He plays the percentage ball down that far side, but rolls out of play for a throw-in to Salford. Young to Edwards. Edwards looking to switch play to Harris. Just beyond Harris, unfortunately, and now play for a throw-in over on the far side. Brogan then with this throw-in. Down the line it goes, but Grant Gardner. And back into Stockport County's line. Hinchcliffe now being pursued by Jay Bird, but cleared. Edwards chests it down for Ashley. Comes off Tom Edwards, that out of play. Going to Stockport County. We're approaching 39 minutes played here at the Peninsula Stadium. 0-0 in this final pre-season friendly of the summer for Salford. Obviously Stockport have got one more game before their season opener against Bolton next week. It's Hull tomorrow for them at Edgeley Park. And Drayson there is trying to get the better of two Salford players, Minoga and Edwards, and the pair of them combine there to get the ball clear. Here's Woodburn, loses out. Moxon opens up for a shot from Moxon, and blimey, he didn't half hit that, but just missing that top corner, out of play for a goal kick. But Salford just sitting off Owen Moxon there, and Moxon, Stockport's number 21, just thought, well, why not? And well, he struck it well, but missing the target, out of play. 0-0 the score remains. 40 minutes played at the Peninsula Stadium, and a goal kick for Salford. Matty Young to take. Minoga and this trialist 28 on this near side, going toe to toe there. So that'll play for a throw in to the Amis, which Tom Edwards is going to take, who's seen a lot of the ball from set pieces, from throw-ins and receiving passes in this opening 40 minutes. Here's Woodburn, back to Edwards, outside of his boot, gets it back to his goalkeeper. Tom Edwards, down the line towards Minoga and Cisse, headed clear by the trialist for Stockport County, but picked up by Ashley. Here's Edwards to Woodburn, tries to get that ball to Cisse, but nothing doing there. And now Stockport build their way out. Farini on the ball. Farini plays the ball back to his goalkeeper. Hinchcliffe lets the ball roll, and then on his right foot clears his lines. Morton and Aluwo. Aluwo gets that ball to Minoga. Aluwo gets the ball clear, and well, first 28 rather, was in the way. Edwards throws it back to Young, who in turn gets it to Garbutt. Here's Ashley. Ashley on his left foot, can't wrap his foot round that, out of play for throwing over on the far side. Well, that's out of play. It's going to be a throw in to Salford this time. Harris with the throw to Grant. Well, Grant was trying to let the ball roll, but Farini was there to win it back. Grant puts the sliding challenge in. Grogan then with this throw in for Stockport County. Moxon. Watch this, Minoga. It's a tricky bounce. And well, Bailey was there to try and capitalise, but it's out of play. It's going to be a throw in to Salford. Tom Edwards then with this throw in. Minoga flicks on. Bird lays that ball off to Cisse. Cisse now was looking for Harris, but Gardner was back in the right position, covering that pass. Here's Bailey. Bailey trying to release Trialist 28, and does. He's in a bit of space as Stockport's winger. Cross comes in though, one bounce into the arms of Matty Young. Volley clearance. It's a good clearance that. Well, it had distance on it, but no one in a red shirt anywhere near it in the end. Bailey, Andresen, Woodburn gets to it. Here's Ashley to Woodburn. Woodburn trying to trick his way past 3 Stockport players there. Ashley helps out. Salford keep the ball. Edwards square to Garbutt. Harris. Luo to Edwards. Ashley. Minoga. One touch pass in here from Salford to try and create a bit of impetus before the half-time break. Here's Cisse to Ashley. Edwards making a move. First time pass in to Grant. Grant might go for goal, but it was Grogan. He just got back in time to put the block in. But it was decent play there from Salford. Quick passing to eventually get that ball to Grant inside the penalty area, but Stockport defended well. Ashley and Luo. It's the one last attack here before half-time for the Amis. Ashley, well, not the best of passes at it, but was charged down by Andresen. So, we're approaching the half-time whistle here. It is pre-season, so don't expect too much time to be added on. Referee's looking at his watch, and indeed that is half-time here at the Peninsula Stadium and in Salford's final pre-season friendly of the summer. It's similar to the Blackpool game on Tuesday, 0-0 at half-time, but some good chances created at either end. Matty Young has made 2 decent saves in that opening 45 minutes. There was also a stinging shot from Owen Moxon as well, which just missed the target. From a Salford perspective, well, there was a disallowed goal in that opening 45 minutes. There was a shot that came in. We don't have the benefit of the replay, and like I said, it is my pre-season, so I could be wrong, but it was remarkable defending if he managed to put that block in without using his hands, the defender. It then subsequently made its way into the net, but there was no doubt about the offside. Cisse in an offside position. But half-time here at the Peninsula Stadium, and it's Salford City 0, Stockport County 0, and we'll be back in 15 minutes with the second half. Well, welcome back to the Peninsula Stadium as half-time is about to draw to a close. 0-0 the score at the break, but chances at either end here between Salford City and Stockport County. One change, it looks like, at half-time from a Salford perspective. Cole Stockton has come on in place of Tom Edwards, so Haji Minoga drops into the back line alongside Aluro and Garbett. And it looks like Callum Cisse will be going out on the right-hand side. Although that might change, but who knows. Anyway, I'll get back to that once we've got underway about what formation Salford will be lining up with in this second half. But here is Ashley on the ball to Garbett. Grant lays that ball off to Harris and cleared. Yeah, it looks like Cisse's on the right-hand side. Harris remains on the left-hand side. The midfield stays the same. Grant, Woodburn and Ashley, and up top is the substitute Cole Stockton, obviously Salford's leading goal scorer last season, and Jay Bird. So Carl looking to see how those two get on in this closing pre-season friendly up front. Just a reminder, it's Salford against Crewe next Saturday here at the Peninsula Stadium. Tickets available now. Opening game of Sky Bet League 2. 3 o'clock kickoff next Saturday on the 2nd of August. salfordcityfc.co.uk for more information on how to get your ticket for that game. Should be a cracking season, this one. And well, Minoga to take this throw-in. No changes, it looks like, from a Stockport perspective. I'll read you out the Stockport team in a second when we've got a break in play. There's Garbett. Garbett now making his way forward to Harris. Harris moving in field to Grant. Grant tries to get that ball to Ashley, but it's picked up by Stockport County, who look to pass the way out. And Andreasen, now it's a foot race with Minoga, and Andreasen wins that foot race but can't get the better of Matty Young, who dives down to his right with the save of the evening so far. Score remains 0-0, but decent effort there from the Icelandic player Andreasen. Sliding challenge comes in by Ashley to win that ball, but Salford haven't cleared it yet. Now they have with Cisse towards Stockton. And here's George Grant. Grant delivers a through ball there, and Bird will get to this. Bird, though, lot to do for Jay Bird, with 3 Stockport players around him. Just outnumbered there slightly. And back to Hinchliffe in the Stockport County goal. Cisse there with the back heel. And Ashley picks up a knock there, and foul given. Right, so the Stockport team, Hinchliffe in goal. It's 2 trialist centre-backs alongside Grogan in the back 3. Left wing-back is trialist, 28. Is Gardner still on? Gardner's still on the right-hand side. The midfield is Bailey, Moxon and Farini. And up front is Wooten and Anderson, unless there's been any change at half-time. But I can't see any from Stockport County, so that looks like the starting 11 for the second half for Stockport County. 0-0 the score, but good save from Matty Young moments ago to keep the score 0-0. Garbett plays the ball back to Young. Young out to Minoga on the right-hand side. Towards Woodburn. Trialist 28 gets to it. Woodburn putting the press on. Back it goes and cleared by Hinchliffe. Oh well, Minoga loses out there to Andreasen and then clips the heels of Andreasen, and that will be a yellow card for Minoga as well. You don't get that many bookings in pre-season, but that was a pretty obvious one, to be fair. Minoga just misjudging the ball there and how much time he actually had with Andreasen lurking around. So free kick to Stockport County, who are attacking the away end in this second half. Decent contingent of Stockport County fans who've made the trip up north on the 192 and the train. And they'll be hoping for a goal from this free kick. And it looks like it's Farini to take this, although trialist 28, the left footer, is also over this ball. Approaching 50 minutes played here. It's going to be Farini to take this, but it's straight at the wall. Farini gets the ball back. Here's Charles 28 now. Crossing this ball in towards Wooten, who heads it back towards Grogan, but that's defended. Farini back on the ball. Gardner now. Andreasen crosses the ball in, but good goalkeeping again, well shouted there by Young. Here's Garbutt, Salford captain, back in the team after just missing on Tuesday, just a little knock, but all fine now. Here's Minoga and Aluo. To Harris. This week's third new signing, Kadeem Harris. Was at Carlisle last season, but bags of experience. Cardiff and Sheffield Wednesday. Here's Cisse to Garbutt. Grant now. Grant infield to Ashley. Good play from the Salford midfield there to get the ball out to Minoga on the right hand side. Minoga plays the ball to Ben Woodburn. Ben Woodburn goes for goal, and that was a good shot, but equally a good save from Ben Hinchliffe down to his right. Very good save, but a decent effort as well from Ben Woodburn on his left foot. Looked like it was going into the bottom corner, but 6 minutes played of this second half. Both goalkeepers now making some decent saves in this opening bit of the second half. But it's a quick corner from Salford. Harris to Woodburn. Woodburn again crosses the ball in, but Hinchliffe is there to catch it. Well, that's good stuff from Ben Woodburn. Watching that all the way, good control. Farini nearby, he had to deal with it. Clearance from Young goes out of play for a throw-in. Grogan takes that throw-in. Forward it comes, and Garbutt and Ashley and Farini battling for the ball. Infield it comes. Here's Wooten now. He's got support from Gardner. Gardner on this right-hand side. Harris tracking back. Good play from Harris. Has to concede the corner though. So corner then to Stockport County as we play 52 minutes here at Peninsula Stadium. 0-0 the score, but both sides forcing their opposite goalkeeper into saves in this opening gambit of this second half. Corner taken short. There's Moxon on the ball. Moxon and Bailey. Bailey crosses the ball in, and that was well met by the trialist centre-back, who I think it was saved or came off the post, but he was there again to tap the ball in on the second attempt, and that's Stockport County taking the lead here. 53 minutes played at the Peninsula Stadium, and it's the trialist centre-back, trialist 20, who opens the scoring here after both teams have forced the opposite goalkeeper into some decent saves into this opening 7 minutes or so of this second half. Young making a save early on in the second half. Hinchliffe moments ago, and then down the other end, Stockport County open the scoring here. It's 1-0. Young then plays it forward towards Stockton. Grogan is there with Stockton, and Gardner covering off Harris. Harris looking for a red shirt here. Gets it back from Grant, but that's defended. Throwing from Harris, and well, Garbutt with another throw-in for Salford. Andreasen there with some clever footwork. Grogan clears it first time. Wooten to Bailey. Bailey gets the better of Minoga. Here's Wooten back on the ball. First time pass. That's a good ball back to Bailey. Sliding challenge comes in from Minoga, and well, the referee spotted that handball. It's his pre-season. He's warming up, the referee, clearly. Missed the first one early in the first half, but spotted that handball there. So it's good the officials are learning as they go. But a free kick to Stockport County. No doubt, I don't think it's Ogre just came in there as he was sliding, and it did clip his hand, I think. Referee just having a chat here with Ben Woodburn and Captain Luke Garbutt. So free kick then to Stockport County, who's played 10 minutes of this second half. Stockport County with the 1-0 lead thanks to a goal from one of the trialists moments ago. And Stockport County looking to double their lead now with this free kick. Just over 10 yards away from the Salford penalty area. Size 28 is there, but it's not going to be him. It's going to be Moxon who goes for goal, but comfortably over the bar in the end. It's like we're going to have a double substitution for Salford momentarily with looks like Roslongello and Josh Osterfield getting ready to come on. Bird there with the back header, but referee penalises it. Free kick then taken. Moxon being pressured here, but gets the ball, but only as far as Cisse. Gets it to Ashley. Ashley nutmegs his man to get that ball back to Cisse. Here's Woodburn. Woodburn into the penalty area. Grogan covering the cross. However, straight to Woodburn. Back to Ashley. Ashley with a drag back. Keeps hold of the ball. Crosses the ball into the back post. Grogan heads it clear. Back into midfield. The ball comes. Wooten with his back to the Salford goal here under pressure from Garbutt. And Garbutt too much pressure. So we're going to see a swap in midfield, and it's a like-for-like change with George Grant departing and Josh Osterfield coming on. And Roslongello is also going to be coming on in a second or two, maybe for Harris. Yep, so good run out there for the new signing, Kadeem Harris. He makes way, Roslongello, who has also had a very good pre-season from a Salford perspective. Plenty of energy and plenty of endeavour from Roslongello in this pre-season. So free kick to Stockport County as we're approaching 58 minutes played. Stockport with that 1-0 lead currently. Hinchcliffe with the free kick then. Garbutt watching it, but Bailey gets the second ball. Bailey got trialist 28 for support. He can cross it in towards the back post, and there's Andreasen who got to it really well. And is that offside? The offside flag is up. Well, Andreasen going for goal. It was saved by Young. It was a decent save, wasn't it? And I think, was it Wooten who was in an offside position in the end? No, it wasn't, was it? It was it Bailey? I think it might have been Bailey who was in an offside position there, putting the ball in the net. So, well, both teams have had a goal disallowed now for offside. I think both were the correct decisions with regards to the offside decisions. But Young again producing a good save there. It was a good header, wasn't it, from Andreasen, who got up and headed it well. Just to remind you, I don't have the benefit of the replay, so you'll have to make do with my memory and my poor eyesight. But here's Grogan now on the ball. On the right hand side of defence for Stockport County. Plays it long towards Gardner, but Longello is back. Garbett clears it, but on as far as Farini. Farini now. Here is Andreasen again. He's grown in this game, you have to say. But straight to Wooten now. Wooten to Gardner. Gardner plays the ball back to Moxon. That's a clever ball by Moxon and a good run from Gardner. Cross comes into the near post, defended by Garbett. And well, from up here, it looked like that Longello had kept that ball in play, but the assistant referee has given the corner. Not too sure about that one, but the linesman's got a better view than I have. And it is going to be a corner to Stockport County, as we've played an hour now at the Peninsula Stadium. Cross comes in, it's a deep one towards the back post, and well, there was appeals for a penalty there behind the goal with Ashley and Wooten contesting that ball, but in the end I think it's fair enough. I think Wooten was backing into Ashley there, if the truth be known, but no penalty and a free kick to Salford, but Stockport County in the ascendance here with possession with Bailey. Bailey looking to put the ball on his right foot, perhaps lays it off to Wooten. Wooten plays it back into Moxon in midfield. Farini now on the ball. Moxon under pressure from Garbett, turns his man. Moxon, Longello is there and Longello fouled. Well, Matty Young to take this free kick. There's Garbett now. Longello can't beat his man, gets a throw in. Garbett. Long throw towards Cole Stockton. Stockton helps the ball on its way to Bird. Bird tries to get the better of Charlie's 20, but Grogan covering. Garbett then with the throw towards Longello, but well, good tussle there between Gardner and Longello. Outplay, another throw into the Amis. Garbett, Longello being held a little bit there, I think you have to say, you have to conclude, but the referee concludes it's just going to be a corner to Salford. 63 minutes played, so corner ball to the Amis. Garbett to take this from the left hand side as Aluo and Minoga make their way into the penalty area. Osterfield just on the edge of the box. Bird and Ashley also there. Cole Stockton, the only red shirt in the 6-yard box currently. Garbett crosses the ball in. It's defended by Stockport, but there's Longello heading it straight back, and the offside flag is up. Well, while we've got a break in play, just a reminder, we are going to be starting the brand new season soon, 2nd of August, that opening game against Crewe Alexandra. And if you're watching this from overseas, outside the UK and Ireland, just a reminder that you can watch all the games next season, and passes will be available at some point in the next week or so. And for more information, salfordcityfc.co.uk/live for more information. So if you're watching this outside the UK and Ireland and want to watch more Salford City next season, then be my guest. salfordcityfc.co.uk/live. In the meantime, it's going to be a corner to Stockport County over on the far side, and former Ami Odin Bailey to take this. Looks like it's going to be a short one with Charles 28 nearby. Longello and Cisse are trying to stop a short corner, but they don't, and a cross comes in, but it's cleared by Minoga. Minoga's not giving it up, but Stockport back on the ball, but that pass is beyond Charles 24. left-sided centre-back tonight, and it's a goal kick. Lowu to Garbett. Luo to Minoga. Here's Ashley, who can turn in midfield to Woodburn. There's a run here from Cisse, and Woodburn is looking for him, but Hinchliffe is there just on the edge of his area to gather possession, stop that move. Played 65 minutes. Score is 1-0 to Stockport County. Scoring early on in this second half, it was trialist 20, the centre-back for Stockport County, who's opened the scoring. But Salford have had opportunities too, and they might be creating another one here. Here's Cole Stockton. Stockton puts the ball on his right foot, and well, he went for goal, and it looks like it took a deflection actually, because it is going to be a corner to Salford. So Garbett jogging over to the far side to take this. Luke Garbett then. Both arms raised. In comes the cross now. And it comes, and well, Aluo was there, and he was looking to see where the ball had landed. Unfortunately, that gave Stockport enough time to get the ball clear, and well, it looks like Dave Challoner's making his first substitution of the night, and it looks like Charlie's 28. It was a decent game over on that left side. He departs, and Reece Watson is coming on in his place. So Watson on. But here's Salford now on the ball. It's Cole Stockton there battling for possession. Did that come off a Stockport leg? It did. Took a little nick on the way out, didn't it? And it is going to be a corner. Woodburn in a hurry here. Barini here trying to stop the short corner. Longello yards away, but it looks like Woodburn is going to cross this ball in. Bird, Alowu and Minoga and Ashley all there on the back post area. Ashley gets to it, comes off a Stockport head. It's going to be another corner over on the far side this time, as Luke Garbett jogs over to take this one on the right hand side. Well, and he plays back from the Salford perspective now. Obviously it's Matty Young, but Cisse 10 yards or so inside Stockport's half. Everyone else is in and around the box now. Garbett crosses the ball in, and well, that had plenty of fizz on it, didn't it? And plenty of power, that cross in from Luke Garbett, but in the end it comes off a Salford head, and it's out of play for a goal kick. So 1-0 the score. Played 68 minutes here at the Peninsula Stadium. Hope you're all having a lovely Friday watching this game on YouTube, on the Salford City YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed these pre-season friendlies that we've brought you throughout July. Hinchliffe with the goal kick, flicked on then. Andreasen is chasing the flick on from Wooten, but Young, who's had a good return, obviously he'd like to keep a clean sheet tonight, but the saves he's had to make, he's made some good saves as Matty Young. Garbett plays it long towards Bird. Bird puts his shoulder in, battling here with Grogan, and cleared. Grogan, who's a new signing from Stoke City. Playing the right side with defence tonight for Stockport County. Here's Osterfield to Longello, who slips as he crossed that ball in. Well, goal kick taken quickly. Here's one of Stockport's trialist centre-backs now. Getting the ball out to Watson. Watson continues his run now and gets the ball, and now makes his way down the left-hand side, but Cisse back, covering, helped out by Aluo And now Osterfield to Minoga. Sliding challenge comes in there. And Stockport player won the ball. I think it was Moxon who put the challenge in. It's out of play for a throw-in to the Ammies on the halfway line. Minoga then with this throw. Down the right-hand side it goes, over Bird, but it falls for Stockton. Stockton now holds it up and plays it into the penalty area. And, well, it was a heavy touch from Osterfield. I think, to be honest, he was surprised Bird didn't get to it first, but it was a good opportunity that. It was a decent ball in from Cole Stockton. And if only Bird or Osterfield could have made more of it, he would have been in. But in the end, they weren't, and Stockport County have the ball now on this near side. Gardner. Gardner's had a bright game, the 48 for Stockport County. Back to Moxon. Moxon crosses the ball in, cleared by Minoga. It was Charles 20 getting up for it, but Gogan's there. Osterfield, was he fouled? No, we carry on. Gardner. Greeny. We're throwing them to Salford. Garbutt to take this. Down the line it goes. It's the last 20 minutes of pre-season here for Salford. Bird. An undefeated pre-season for Salford as well, we have to remember. At this point, they've got 20 minutes left to keep that statement true. Garbutt. Long throw towards Bird and Longello. Bird gets to it. Bird back to Garbutt. Garbutt will swing this ball in first time towards Woodburn. He tries to find Osterfield, but that's defended. Minoga puts the challenge in. Ashley puts the challenge in and wins the ball. Trial is 20 for Stockport County. Clears it to Wooten and lays that ball off now to Bailey. Bailey outside of his boot, but Salford back in numbers to stop that move as someone's boots come off. Callum Ceesay's boots come off. So it will be a drop ball for the goalkeeper, Matty Young. We saw that last season, didn't we, where there was a drop ball and the player didn't actually let the ball bounce, and that's what happened there with Matty Young. You've got to let the ball touch the floor before we can get back underway. But we are back underway. It is going to be a throw-in to Salford. Garbutt then with this throw just in front of Carl Robinson, the Salford gaffer. Down the line it goes to Stockton. Osterfield towards Bird, who's being held a little bit there, but we carry on. Driving forward is Ashley getting the ball back to Osterfield. Square to Woodburn. Woodburn goes for goal, but you can see where that ball was, where Ben Woodburn thought that ball should be going, but it just misses that top corner and goes over the bar into the Agecroft end. The score remains 1-0 to Stockport County as we play approaching 73 minutes. Wooten there, brings the ball down, tries to get that ball to Bailey. Minoga shepherds that ball back to Young. Young, good distribution there from the Sunderland loanee goalkeeper. Throws it to Woodburn. Woodburn trying to counter, but one of the Charles centre-backs there, 24, stops the ball back in field. It's out of play for a throw-in to Salford. Minoga then with the throw. Long throw towards Cole Stockton. Osterfield making a run as well. It nearly falls for Osterfield. In fact, it falls for Longello. His shot is blocked, takes the deflection, goes out of play for a corner to Salford. Looks like Salford are going to be making another change in the second or two. Carell Malcolm, big team youngster, going to be joining us. In the meantime, we will have this corner. Ben Woodburn to take this. Stockton inside the 6-yard box. Garbutt's in the penalty area for this one. In comes the cross now. It's over Garbutt. Cleared. Ceesay, the only Salford player back, outfield player back on the halfway line, gets possession. Here's Osterfield. Minoga. Osterfield gives it him back. Here's Cisse, swings that ball to the back end of the penalty area. A couple of bounces, challenging one for Gardner, but he does well and clears it. And that might launch a counter-attack here for Stockport County. Farini on the ball, played in field to Moxon. Down the line it goes towards Wooten. Good sliding challenge by Aluwo. And now Garbett can clear it. Looking for Bird, but there might be a bit too much power on that pass. Straight to Hinchliffe, who gathers and then distributes it to Charlie's 24. Moxon. Back to the goal scorer, Charlie's 20, who in turn plays it back to his goalkeeper. Grogan now receives the ball. Farini, who's in field and goes for a diagonal ball to the substitute Watson. Watson, we see Cisse in front of him. Back it comes here to Bailey. Bailey with a step over, but watched by Ben Woodburn, who wins the ball and now can spring forward. Ben Woodburn looks for a through ball, but just too much on it for Jay Bird, and good goalkeeping from Hinchliffe. Flag is up for offside against a Stockport County player. So Ben Woodburn making way, and Carell Malcolm coming on. Salford youngster will go on to this left-hand side. Roslongello is jogging over to the right-hand side, and that will mean that Cisse can move infield and plays more normal position of midfield. He's played in 3 positions now tonight, Callum Cisse, demonstrating his flexibility and adaptability. Well, referee just stopping play because Stockport County want to get in on the act when it comes to making substitutions. Marcus Kuam is coming on, as is Erin Allen, and in place coming off is Wooten is coming off. And Andreasen also departs. So the 2 forwards off, Wooten and Andreasen, and in their place Allen and Kuam. Well, we're into the last 13 minutes now of pre-season, and Salford trailing here by 1-0, looking to end pre-season undefeated, but at the moment they need to get a goal back to make that remain the case for pre-season 2025. There was Garbett throwing it back to Aluwo, who gets it to Young. Garbett. To Malcolm for his first touch. Back it comes to Garbett. Aluwo. To Minoga. It's great control from Cisse. It wasn't half hit at him, and he did well to bring that ball under control. Gets it to Aluwo, who in turn gets it to Garbett. Garbett towards Bird. Bird sliding slightly, but wins the ball back. Just got clipped there a little bit. But he's going to try and run that off, but looked a bit painful that for Jay Bird. We're carrying on anyway because Stockport County are on the attack with Allen. Allen, come for support. The shot is blocked though. Here's Moxon to Gardner. Gardner now will cross this ball in. That's a good cross in. And Aluwo got something on that and heads the ball out of play for a corner to the visitors. So, corner to Stockport County. Odin Bailey to take this over on the far side. One arm raised by the former Salford loanee. In comes the cross now, and well, just about cleared by Osama Ashley, but back out to Bailey on the far side, who can cross the ball in again. And Salford defend again. Osterfield to Malcolm. Malcolm under pressure. Keeps the ball in play, but Moxon is there. Malcolm, really good play from the Salford youngster. Osterfield will clear it towards the halfway line, towards Bird. It's a 50-50, and Bailey gets the ball back for Stockport County. Bird can't get that ball back. Cole Stockton is pressurising and will pursue the back pass, but Hinchliffe will get the ball clear. It's a good clearance, and it has to be dealt with this for Salford, and Matty Young is there to catch it and throws it quickly to Luke Garbutt. Ashley. Very well to Minoga. Longello out on that right-hand touchline now, playing right wing back, following that substitution earlier. And here comes Longello now. Longello trying to barge his way through there, but too much to do. Into midfield, held up by Kuam. And now here comes Stockport County on the attack. Searching ball, looking for Gardner. Gardner will get to this. Good control from the wing back. Malcolm is there. Just try and stop this move from going any further. And Gardner tries to get the better of Malcolm, but Carell Malcolm wasn't having any of that and wins a free kick. So we're into the last 9 minutes of pre-season. Salford still trailing by 1-0. They'll want to have at least a couple more opportunities before the close of pre-season and these friendlies for July. At the minute, Stockport County with this 1-0 lead thanks to a goal from trialist centre-back number 20 early on in this second period. Minoga looking for Cisse. Cisse gets a toe on that, gets it out to Longello. Longello moving in field on his left foot. Will cross this ball in towards Cole Stockton. Stockton, great control. Back it comes to Malcolm, corner of the penalty area. Malcolm crosses the ball in, defended only as far as Ashley, goes for goal. And my goodness, what a strike that is from Osama Ashley. No words really can describe that goal, but I will give it a go. A thunderous strike into the bottom corner. It was marvellously struck from Osama Ashley. Very reminiscent of the goal he scored in pre-season last summer at Scotland. But I think that one was actually better. It was a superb strike, and Salford get themselves an equaliser. 82 minutes played here at the Peninsula Stadium. It's Salford City 1, Stockport County 1, and what a goal from Osama Ashley to draw level. Followed some good control, wasn't it, from Cole Stockton? It was, I think it was Longello, wasn't it, who crossed that ball in. And Stockton doing his job, holding it up, getting the ball down, playing it to Malcolm, wasn't it? And then the cross came in, it was cleared, and, well, Ashley levered it, basically. What a fine finish. Well, Ashley a bit late there on Bailey. Two trial centre-backs there, keeping the ball to Watson. Watson plays it into midfield, sliding challenge by Aluro, and now Salford in the ascendancy. Cisse to Ashley. Ashley crosses that ball in, it does take a deflection, and Hinchliffe and, well, Grogan there getting in each other's way. I mean, both players had to deal with it, and in the end I think it was Hinchliffe who dealt with it because Cole Stockton was there. It was a good ball in, it did take a deflection, but it had enough pace on it to cause Stockport County problems. It looks like Salford are going to make 3 substitutions as well to close off this game with 6 minutes remaining. Ruben Butt, Jacob Lara and Loic Aina coming on. Aloru, Cisse and is it Minoga departing. So fresh legs coming on for this closing match of pre-season. We're into the closing stages here. 1-0. Salford looking to end pre-season in winning ways if they can. Malcolm with the throw-in. I'll let you know how Salford line up and how they set up following that triple substitution in a second or two. But Salford on the attack. Cole Stockton played back to Ashley. Urged to shoot there by the Agecroft end, but the shot was blocked. And now here comes the pace, and that is some pace from Allen for Stockport County down the left-hand side. Salford getting back in numbers here to try and prevent that attack going any further. But Stockport build again on the right-hand side. Here's Gardner. Gardner crosses that ball in, but too much on it. And Watson won't be able to keep that ball in play. Throwing over on the far side into the last 5 minutes. Looks like there'll be one final substitution. Marshall Hayes coming on. He's coming on for Osama Ashley. His job done tonight with that goal moments ago. Worth the entrance fee alone, that strike from Osama Ashley. Brilliant. Well, Marshall Hayes is on. Here is Hayes. His first touch is to try and play it to Malcolm, but it's just beyond him and out of play. Oh, back to the goalkeeper rather. So, Salford lining up with Aina playing right centre-back, Lara in the middle of the three, and Hayes playing left centre-back. Longello right wing-back, Malcolm left wing-back. The midfield now is Garbett, Butt and Osterfield. I'll come back to that in a second because Longello has to defend and does well, gets it back to his goalkeeper, and Young clears it first time. He's getting to the second ball as it finds its way towards the halfway line. It's going to be Osterfield. The forward pairing remains the same of Stockton and Bird. Here's Garbett. Garbett trying to keep hold of that ball. Gets it to Longello. Longello makes his way down that right-hand side and just gets the ball, barges his way through, and now Ruben Butt could take over. Butt crosses the ball in towards Malcolm, and it's a glancing header from Malcolm. And out of play, it's going to be a throw into Stockport County on this near side as we're into the last 3 minutes now of pre-season. Well, looks like a player with cramp at the moment inside the Stockport County penalty area, so we will have a slight pause in proceedings. So as we close off pre-season, just a reminder, some parish notices, if you will. Salford City against Crewe Alexandria, August the 2nd, Saturday here at the Peninsula Stadium. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. For tickets, salfordcityfc.co.uk for more information. And if you're watching the stream from abroad, outside the UK and Ireland, you will be able to watch the matches next season. For more information on that score and how you can get your hands on a pass, salfordcityfc.co.uk/live. And while you're on the Salford City website, don't forget to head over to the store where you can get your hands on this fetching new home kit, as well as the marvellous Hacienda-esque away kit, the black and yellow one. So that's on the store, and all those links and articles and ways to purchase things and stuff, salfordcityfc.co.uk. And on there as well is all the latest interviews as well with some of the new signings. 3 signings this week, 2 goalkeepers and a winger. It's not been a bad week on that front. So yeah, salfordcityfc.co.uk I think I've covered everything there, unless Will's got anything more to add. But we're back underway, and we're into the last minute. I don't think that will get added on, but you never know. That's a pause there for a player with cramp. Lara plays it forward, headed clear by Stockport County. There's Aina with a commanding header. Back to the halfway line it comes. There's Hayes getting involved, as is Butts with a flick on. Down the line it comes, but that's going to roll out of play for a throw in to Salford. Well, we've got 1 minute of additional time, and Marshall Hayes here getting caught out a little bit, but Aina is there to recover things. Back into midfield with Moxon. Here's Grogan. Out to this near side, and Stockport made a substitution there, which I missed initially, but a player with no number on, which is classic pre-season, isn't it? Well, Longello fouled there. It's going to be a free kick to Salford, is it? Yes, free kick. Garbutt takes it now. It's the time for one last attack. We are into the one additional minute now. Here's Hayes, but that's beyond Bird and out of play for throw in, and that is actually full time as we draw a close to pre-season in July, and it's been an unbeaten pre-season for Salford City, who end this game coming from behind to draw level with a fine strike by Osama Ashley, cancelling out Stockport County's early lead in this second half from their trialist centre back. The moment of the game does go to Osama Ashley though, who on the 83rd minute produced one of the goals of pre-season, a wonder strike beyond Ben Hinchliffe into the net. It went. It was a great goal, and that's a great way to close off pre-season. And it's like I said, an undefeated pre-season for the Amis as we head towards that opening game in Sky Bet League 2, August the 2nd, a week tomorrow. Salford City welcoming Crewe Alexandria. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. And for more information, including how to purchase your tickets, salfordcityfc.co.uk. A big thank you to Stockport County for their visit this evening, and a big good luck to them in League One for the upcoming campaign. But that's it for our pre-season broadcasts. A big thank you to Xander, our cameraman for most of pre-season, but tonight a big thank you to Phil, my cameraman this evening, and a big thank you to producer Will. And that's it. Hope you've enjoyed the streams on our YouTube channel. Remember, for all the build-up for that Crewe game next Saturday, salfordcityfc.co.uk. But that's it for pre-season. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.